grab a little notebook because I feel like this is going to be a good deep dive therapy session. Do you own a vibrator? Wow, I read that so nonchalantly. I am a Target bougie bitch. It's 2024, who isn't a stalker? This was like the highest I've ever gotten paid off of YouTube. I've never obviously toured apartments before. Ooh, this is a good one. Hypothetically speaking, if I were to be single right now, they were giving bitch energy. Thoughts on prenups? No family's perfect. I don't know why anybody romanticizes them. Am I crying with you? Maybe. Is this gonna work? Because I really want to film this in my bed. I'm not feeling the best. I honestly think I'm getting a head cold and I low-key feel like I'm screaming, so I apologize. I really wanted to make this super freaking chill because this is my safe place, like my safe space. You guys know all my secrets. Obviously, I want this to be the same for you, a safe place where you can genuinely just comment anything, DM me anything. But like I said in my previous one, I really want to start the series where we just catch up. We deep dive into how our month's been, what life is throwing at us, the ups, the downs, the goods, the bads. And I want you to feel very comfortable with not only knowing, obviously it's going to be anonymous, but to just share anything that's like weighing heavily on your chest, because I know for me sometimes I tend to keep it all in. I mean, I'm very good at like getting it out through my journal, but sometimes it is just nice to get the words out, like literally just verbalize how you're feeling, even if you don't know how to incorporate it into a sentence. You guys know I always struggle with that sometimes, and just like really relaying my feelings and even saying the right words. Like, I know that wasn't the right word, but anyways, nonetheless, I really just wanted to start the series for all of us girls and guys, maybe, probably not. Yeah, no, this is a girls chat only. Thank you, sorry. But yeah, I just want everyone to feel open, honest, and thank you so much for everybody who wrote into the little question box on my Instagram. But we got some crazy questions, and I already know this video is going to be long because we are literally just chilling. Grab a snack, grab a little notebook, because I feel like this is going to be a good deep dive therapy session. I need one. I haven't seen you guys in like 2 weeks. I haven't picked up my vlog camera in so long. After New York, I just kind of was like getting my life back on track, and I'm still working on that. I feel like I'm not very good when it comes to like, you know, traveling a little bit, coming home. It's really hard for me to like pick up back on my routine, but in the next vlog, we will kind of do a deep dive into that. But let's just get right into the questions. And also, I hope you don't mind, but maybe this might be too far back, but like I low-key like want to start laying down or something. I have this little microphone that I thought I was going to be able to hook up to my camera, and I thought it would be like really cool because I low-key like, once I move out, I really want to start, well, okay, I don't want to start a podcast. This is like my version of a podcast, because listen, I could shoot the shit all day and just bake. Okay, I'm getting a little too excited. Let me like learn words again. But I really want to start this series because it is my version of a podcast, you know, and maybe, who knows, maybe this will turn into a podcast. But that didn't even, I literally was about to say a whole thing about when I move out. What I was gonna say is I want to like have a microphone because I feel like that would make it official, and the one that I have is just for like voiceovers and everything, but I get sidetracked very easily. Oh, also, if you're new here, hi, my name is JC Hannah. I sing a lot. Okay, let me actually redo that. Hi, my name is JC Hannah. I do all things beauty, lifestyle, fashion. Don't judge the outfit though today, because I am feeling a little sick, and honestly this is the best that I could do, but I'm not gonna lie, I feel pretty cute, you know? It's like, she didn't try, she's just that cute. Okay, I did grab, sorry, you just got a booty shot of me. I hope the camera settings and everything is good, because honestly I just kind of propped up the camera and we're kind of winging it. I really wanted to sit on my bed, so whatever. We do have a little puppy. I'm so excited. Girl, I'm on my poppy kick. I mean, I feel like who isn't? This is the best alternative. I wish this was sponsored. That was a good that was a good setup for like a sponsored post. Like, girl, I've been loving my poppy. It's not sponsored, I swear. This is the raspberry rose. Oh wow, this is good. First question, if you could spend a whole day, okay, stop, pause. Why did I started off like that, like I was a narrator or something. If you could spend a whole day with your 6-year-old self, how would you spend it with her? Love you, queen. Oh my god, wait, why did I just want to start crying? I am just coming off my period, so like I actually, you know what's weird? Sidetracking again. I feel like I'm freaking emotional the week before, the week of, and the week after my period. That's like 3 weeks of being emotional. Wait, oh my god, I think I got problems. Okay, do I even remember being 6 years old? I don't think so. I definitely don't. Maybe I did. I don't know. Okay, I actually have the perfect day with my 6-year-old self. We would go get pedicures because when I was younger, I used to love nothing more than to even just sit with my mom while she was getting her hands and toes done. Like, it was the coolest thing ever for me. And you know what? Wow, a light bulb just went off. I feel like that literally, watching my mom getting her hands and toes done really brought me into like the self-care. And I didn't even know it back then. Wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. But yeah, we would go get a pedicure, a little mani-pedi. We would do makeup. We would just watch a bunch of YouTube videos like the OG, what's in my purse, makeup brushes, smoky eye, full glam beat, the 2016 brows. Like, we would watch a bunch of YouTube videos and just do everything girly. My 6-year-old self would scream if she's seen everything that we have accumulated, that brands like respected me enough and loved my content enough to send me products for me to try out and hopefully put it into a video. Like, that in itself would blow my 6-year-old's self mind. And yeah, like, that's what I would do. Just spend a full beauty girl day with her, and oh my god, she would cry. Thoughts on ex-friends stalking your socials? P.S. I love you, Miss JC. Oh my god. Well, okay, first of all, I love you so much, but as I was reading that, I literally had this happen to me maybe like 3 days ago. I mean, honestly, were they stalking? I don't know, but just, even if they like one video or one post, it's like, I know what you're doing, because like that's what I would do. Like, if I accidentally, like, well, not even accidentally, like if I were to like somebody's post that I haven't seen in a while, I scroll. I know you do too. It's just what we kind of all do with social media. But honestly, okay, I have two sides to this. One, I don't really care, because a view is a view, a like is a like. So I'll take it. But I also, it makes me like criticize everything I posted. Like, oh my god, is this good enough? Like, are they gonna judge me for this? Are they gonna cringe at me for this? Or are they gonna be like, damn, like, she's doing good? You know what I mean? Like, it goes two different ways. But at the end of the day, you just gotta let them do what they want. Like, again, a view is a view, a like is a like. And it can be a little weird, but honestly, I do the same shit. I'm a stalker, for sure. I am a stalker, and like, if you got pictures, if you got videos, I'm watching it, because I'm a nosy Nancy. So like, yes, it's weird, but it's like, I know you do it too. Come on now, it's 2024. Who isn't a stalker? All in kindness though, all in kindness, no weird shit. Okay, next question. Are you still, oh my god, I'm cringing, are you still thinking about posting some singing vids? You know, this came up last 2 weekends ago whenever I was in New York for New York Fashion Week with my management. We like started talking about like random hobbies, and I brought up how I love singing, and like, even me just admitting that. And honestly, when I said that in that video, I was just having one of those days where I was feeling powerful and like, nobody guys got me. And I'm not gonna lie, as soon as I posted that video, the next day I was like, I literally just told the entire internet that I want to sing and videos. Like, I want to post covers. Like, who the fuck do I think I am? Like, Miranda sings? I did regret incorporating that into that YouTube video, but it was honesty. Like, I always speak from my heart and like whatever is going on in that moment, that era. So I am, but it's like, I'm really nervous. And I was saying this to my management too, because I'm not gonna lie, and you've probably heard me singing in my YouTube videos before, but like, I genuinely think I'm good. And that's what makes me scared. Like, I genuinely think like I can hold a tune. I'm not fucking Mariah Carey. I mean, I'm close to Adele, but not Adele. Like, I'm not, I don't know. I think I'm just scared. Like, you know how hate comments can get? Like, if one person were to tell me I sucked, I would be like, never singing again. Never. What's music? I would be just so scared. But is it always on my mind? Absolutely. Maybe one night when I'm like really drunk and like really feeling it, like I'll post a video. Wait, did I ever show you guys this? Hold on, I have to show you this. Are we rolling? Look what I got for Christmas. I don't know if I showed you guys this, but I got a microphone. Oh my god, maybe I could use this for a little girls chat. But I got this microphone. Hold on, let me see if I can turn it on. Volume up. Hello from the other side. Oh my god, you know what's so funny? I'm actually wearing an Adele merch shirt right now. It says Rolling in the Deep. I want a Sunday love. Okay, I'm distracting the shit out of myself. Anyways, I got this little microphone. Yeah, so maybe if I'm having like a really good night, I'm feeling good, and then I don't know. What are your thoughts on that? Let's just end that one there. Like, I don't know, it's scary, but it's like, I never want to be that person that's like, that has a fear, you know? Like, obviously we all have fears, but like, it's so silly of me to be like scared of judgment, you know? When like, that's what I do for a living. I post my videos on the internet, so like, I don't know, to TBD. Okay, I love this one. We need a YouTube video on your favorite books. Do you have any good do you have a Goodreads account? Okay, so I'm definitely planning on doing this video because I've been really like interested in book talk, and honestly, some of the books that I would like 1000% recommend for everyone to read, nobody's ever read them before. So like, I low-key feel like I got some tea on the book recs that will change your fucking world. So I definitely want to make a full-blown YouTube video of all the books that I've ever read. I will have to deep dive because, see, the one thing about my Kindle is they're all digitally on there, and sometimes I've deleted them, but I do have a Goodreads account, even though I deleted the app because I needed storage. Anyways, I do have a Goodreads account. I will put it right here on the screen. It will also be linked down below. I try my best to update it with like what I'm currently reading and reviews. I'm really bad at the reviews, but if it's a book that I'm like, ugh, everyone needs to fucking look, I write a review. What does your boyfriend do for work? He's a mechanical engineer. Obviously I'm not gonna say where he works, but he is probably the smartest man I've ever freaking spoke to. We're high school sweethearts, so I've known him ever since I was 14 years old. I'm about to be 24 in August. Well, I got a few months, but I'm 23. And even the first, like, I don't even know. Like, he's just the smartest person I've ever met, and he honestly intimidated the fuck out of me. Because, I mean, I would like to say I'm more so street smart than book smart. To be honest, that's it. Selective learning, I guess you could say. But yeah, he's a mechanical engineer, and that motherfucker is smart. Meeting a content creator who is not what they seem to be like online. I've only had a few instances like this, but it's not even like, maybe it's my problem because I've seen a lot of influencers that I've looked up to in person, and maybe it's just me because I was too intimidated to go up to them. But I only didn't go up to them because they were giving bitch energy. Like, that is the one thing about going to influencer events. You know, the girls that are like, who's gonna come up to me and take a photo with me? I'm that girl. Like, every time I go to an influencer event, it's not that I feel uncomfortable to be there. I'm just like, how am I like, I don't even know how to explain it, but sometimes I'm like, I never want to have that personality. You know, like when you just walk into a room and you can feel, you can smell the bitch energy. Like all the, yeah, sorry. Okay, now I'm going on a rampage, but like, not my dog's going crazy. It's definitely like an awakening. It's like, wow, so many people on the internet truly want to seem and come across as like your best friend and so nice and authentic, and then like when you see them in person, sorry, my dogs are barking and I don't feel like stopping because I'm the main character right now. You just get this bad taste in your mouth and you're like, oh. And it makes you like, at least for me, it makes me want to unfollow them because it's like you're portraying such a different character, and in real life, you know, so it's just like a sticky situation. But I will say I've never actually like gone up to an influencer that was rude. It's just I'm very big on like what's the word? Intuition? Vibes. I'm just gonna say vibes because I'm having a blonde moment right now. You know, like I'm very big on the vibes and just like picking up that energy on how people, their aromas, if you will. So yeah, it's definitely not the best feeling. The CoverGirl event, there was a bunch of big influencers there, and I was so excited. I was like, I can't believe I'm in the same room as them. And the way they were just like side-eyeing everyone, I was like, oh, like that's that crowd. I'm good. Ooh, this is a good one. Thoughts on prenups, girl. Honestly, I've heard so many different opinions on this, and I don't even know if I have my own. Like, I guess it's a good thing, but I don't know. Honestly, Cody and I have never talked about this, but I would say for me personally, I mean, if he wanted one, I totally fine. But I don't know why. I kind of feel like I'm leaning towards like, it's not that I'm against them, but I feel like that's already putting like bad luck on the marriage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not very educated in that realm, if I'm being completely honest. Obviously, I'm not married and I've never had to go through with one of those. But I just feel like it's kind of bad luck. It's like already, you know how like people wear their promise rings on their wedding finger? Like, to me, that's bad luck. Like, I don't know. But I understand why people go through with it. But then again, it's like the prenups are always signed by the people that know like this ain't a forever thing. Then it's like, why are you getting married? I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know if I'm with it, or I don't have a strong feeling towards it. I just feel like it's jinxing shit, you know? I don't know. Sorry, honestly, I haven't gone through these questions, so I'm kind of just reading them out loud. Can you film a shop with me inside Sephora? Fave products, what you recommend? Ooh, that, I'm screenshotting that. I love when you guys send me video ideas and just like suggestions, because it makes me so inspired. Like, it's nice hearing what you guys would want to see, because I try being as creative as I possibly can, but some days I wake up and I'm like, huh, how am I supposed to be inspired today? So thank you for that one. If you were in school, what profession would you be doing? Honestly, I've been thinking about this lately. I think I would be a killer real estate agent. I said what I said. I mean, do you have to go to school to be that, or is it all online? I'm not sure, but I think I would be such a good real estate agent. Since Cody and I have been touring apartments lately, I've been like noticing so many different things that like the people aren't saying or like showing and like talking about, and I'm just like, damn, I would be so good at this. And also just like, I feel like I would be really good at a real estate agent, and also the person that like stages a house to show the people. I think so. But also like, I don't know, I feel like I'm just a very business salesy savvy person, something that mixes all of that. I also love merchandising. Like, oh my god, merchandising is my shit. When I used to work at Aerie, I started off as like the merchandising lead and then left that position, but I absolutely love ripping apart a store and like rebuilding it and putting like the clothing in a certain like spot, accessories, and just like the colorways and the shelving and all like the little tiny pieces, and oh, like seeing a little like booklet of like how the store is supposed to lay it out, and then like seeing it come to life, like building it. I low-key felt like Bob the Builder all the time. I love merchandising. So I feel like somebody asked me a question about like what my future job would be. I definitely can see myself owning a business, but like, I don't know if it, well, okay, I can definitely see myself owning a business. I don't know what the hell that would be, but I want it to be obviously like, I want it to start off as like an online store and something like that. But I've always seen myself owning like an actual store or something like that. Like, I don't know. I've been honestly trying to figure out what that vision is, to like maybe try and bring it to life. I mean, I'm not, listen here guys, listen here. I am not like saying anything to promise anything, but I'm just trying to like, you know, speak that stuff into existence and just talk about how like, yeah, I would love to have a business one day. Not just to have a business, but I've always felt that like when I was working in retail, I've always wanted my own store to manage and just like merchandise. Like, I would be in there like swimwear. I wouldn't be like all the other like owners that like micromanage. Nar. But yeah, sorry. that was a little tangent. So any tips for FOMO? My best friend has so many other friends and it's so hard not being included. Girl, I'm never included. Am I crying with you? Maybe. So here's the thing. It's really hard because I genuinely, sometimes I feel like I don't have a single friend. Like I have maybe one friend, but we don't speak every single day, which is totally fine. And she definitely has like other friend groups. If you're watching this, I love you, girl. You probably know exactly who you are. And she just has so many other different friend groups. So it's like, obviously, why would I feel some type of way? Because I don't really get well, it's not that I don't get along with her other friends. It's just we're not very close and like just not invited. But of course I always get a little like discouraged that I'm just never thought of, you know. I mean, I get it. I don't know, it always goes back. I always go back and forth with that because I definitely do feel FOMO a lot because I'm a girl in her 20s and I just want to go out and party, you know. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like, I mean, listen, don't get me wrong, I love being a homebody, but I also do, like, I have a wild side. Like, I have a party itch here and there. I love going out. I love drinking. I mean, I hate being hungover, but I love drinking, going out, having a good time, listening to music, or even just staying in, having a girls' night. Like, it's so nice when you actually feel welcomed and invited, literally. But it does suck. Like, it really does suck. I kind of just, like, this might sound petty, but as soon as I like see if somebody's like posting or something, I can't look. Like, because I'll get sad and I'll be like, damn, I wish I had friends. But you know, I've always said this to myself and I constantly remind myself, like, sitting here right now, there's so many friends that I'm going to make in the future that I don't even know yet. You know, like my best friend is somewhere out there maybe looking for me too, you know. Like, you just never know who you're gonna meet and how many people you're gonna meet. So just know this is not your forever state, you know. The relationships you have, the friendships you have, literally, like, even if you have such a solid group of friends, that could be torn away tomorrow. Or if you have no friends, you could literally find your soulmate best friend tomorrow. So it's always nice to just know there's so much of the unknown that you literally have no idea about. And yeah, that's what kind of keeps me going. Because I'm not gonna lie, like, I know a lot of influencers are like, oh, I have no friends, but it's true. Like, I can't tell you the last time I had a girls' night. Well, okay, that I lied. I literally, for Galentine's, I was invited to a little Galentine's, but it wasn't even filled with like really anybody I knew. I only knew one person. And it's just, and sometimes I feel like I felt like I got invited because she felt bad. Nah, there's no way. Maybe. I don't know, but what I'm trying to say is I literally don't have many friends, and at least not people that I really keep close that know my day-to-day business. Like, Cody's pretty much the only one. And sometimes I love that. Well, actually, most of the time I love that. I mean, there are days where it's like on a Saturday where, sorry, Cody, I want to have a girls' night. Like, I want to do facials. I want to have a wine night, watch Mamma Mia. Like, I'm a good friend to have. Genuinely, like, seriously, if there's any PA girlies out there or anybody willing to, like, meet up with me. Okay. Yeah, we're going on a tangent about how I have no friends. But genuinely, like, I'm always down. Like, shoot me a DM if you're in the area or just want to meet up. Like, I'm always down. I'm down for everything. I'm down. Advice on relationships with your sisters. I also have 2 sisters. Oh, wow. That's so cool. Okay. This is kind of hard. I feel like my family has never, like, we're close, but again, it's one of those relationships where it's like they don't know every single detail, you know. But I definitely think it's really important to communicate with them and just like try as much as you can to hang out. And you don't have to be up each other's asses, but it's nice to like have quality time and spend with them. I feel like I'm still kind of working on my relationships with them, because even though they're a lot older than me, I feel like we definitely like get along so well because we are all in the beauty space and stuff like that. But most of the time when we're hanging out, it's like kind of work, like we're working. So it would be nice to start like doing more sister related things. My sister, actually my oldest sister, she's getting married in October, so that's gonna be so fun, and I definitely can feel like a bunch of bonding starting to happen. But To be honest, I don't really have much advice because I still think my family has a lot of learning to do, if I'm being honest, and I feel like that's another story in itself. My family has just never been super emotionally close. Yeah. Everybody always posts about like their perfect families and their relationships with their sisters, their siblings, and my siblings, we can bump heads a lot. I think we just all have very strong personalities, so sometimes we have to tiptoe around each other. Yeah, I feel like there's so much I want to say without wanting to say it, and like I just don't have the right words for it. But relationships with your siblings are just, at the end of the day, very hard, and I feel like my relationships will get a lot better once I like leave my house, so then I can actually make time for like wanting to like get to know them. Like me and my brother, we fight so fucking much, it's actually insane. I don't even want to speak about that. And like my other sisters, I feel like we're all just trying to like navigate our lives right now. So yeah, this one got me stumped, girl. But yeah, I don't even know if that was advice, but no family's perfect. If you could only shop at one store, what would it be and why? Oh God, if I could only shop at one store for the rest of my life? Okay, I'm thinking something like a grocery store that has clothing and makeup. You know, I'm gonna have to go with Target. I mean, duh, right? Like it got the groceries, it got the furniture, the home goods, the clothing, did I already say that? The makeup, the body care, body wash. And Target carries some fine ass brands, like good, expensive brands. So I think I'm gonna go with Target. Dollar make me holla, honey. We're going to Target, okay? I'm not gonna lie, I am a Target bougie bitch, but I haven't been to Target in so long. I think my next vlog, we're gonna take a trip. We're gonna take a trippy trip. Have you ever been invited to an event and didn't like it? Like, were there any rude brands? Oh my God, yeah. My first my first influencer event was with, should I say it or should I not? Actually, I don't really care. My first influencer event was with Hemps, and it was not what I wanted. After that, I was kind of scarred, and I was like, okay, if this is what these events are like I don't know why anybody romanticizes them. Like, although it was really cool, they had hors d'oeuvres, they had cocktails, you know, all the products, the goodie bags, of really cute scenery. Like, we literally were on a rooftop and we seen the Statue of Liberty, but like, I want to say it was the CEO, or I don't know. I'm not trying to like honestly throw shade at all, but it was kind of like, as somebody that's very new to the space, I wanted to be like welcomed with open arms, but that's another thing that you cannot like, if that is what you are thinking you're gonna get, girl, you're not. I mean, sometimes, most of the time, but not all the time. But yeah, that whoever was like the highest person there, like there was a group of them, they were like sitting in the corner, like low-key talking shit about the influencers that were there, and like they said like they were launching a new product or something like that, and they spoke about it, and then poof, they just vanished into a corner. And like, it was so weird. Like, they didn't really care. Like, it was just not what I wanted, honestly. Like, I didn't even know what to expect because obviously it was my first one, but that was not it. It was weird. Do you eventually want kids? I go back and forth on this. Like, it depends on what day you're asking, but today I'm gonna say yes, because the other day I was actually at a cheer competition. Long story short, we ended up being in the same location that a cheer competition was going on. And so me and my sister's boyfriend, no, I'm sorry, me and Cody's sister me and Cody's sister, we ended up going, and we were just watching like all the little girls getting ready for cheer. And I used to be an all-star cheerleader, and just watching the little girls, I was like, oh my God, I would do anything to have like a mini me cheering, doing gymnastics, or whatever she wanted to do. I would never force her into doing anything. But yeah, I definitely do. Not in any, no time soon. Absolutely no timeline. Honestly, actually, I think if I were to like plan on having kids, I think it would be like after my 30s. No. Oh my God, if I were to plan to have kids, if I'm planning to have kids, it's gonna definitely be like after I turn 30. because I want to live my life. Okay, I want to live my life, spend a lot of money on me, be selfish, travel, and just have a good time with Cody. Do you want to stay in PA or move to a different state? Love you, girly. Girl, I love you so much. I don't know why I'm speaking like that. This is a good question because I don't know. Although it would be really nice to live in a location that's like popping with events and like, you know, that's big on the influencer scene. I've always wanted to live in either Texas, or recently I've been wanting to live in Nashville because it just seems really fun. But I feel like I haven't done enough exploring. I mean, listen, I would never live in New York City. That is hands off the table. Never would want to. It's too loud. Literally, like, too loud at night. But I would definitely love to live, one, somewhere where it's super warm. And I love, like, I don't know, I just love the vibe of Nashville, even though I'm not really a country girl. But yeah, see, that's what I'm trying to say. Everything's all up in the air. Like, I definitely haven't traveled enough to know, like, oh, this is a dream location. Like, I haven't felt that before. And I feel like I kind of just want to experience life outside of my parents' house in an area that I'm comfortable with, because I've never lived on my own. And like, I know for a fact, like, actually no, I'm an independent queen. I was gonna say, I know if I moved out of state, my first time moving out, I would go crazy, but I don't think I would. Honestly, I think I'm pretty decent on my own, but I think it would just be nice to at least just for a few years still live in Pennsylvania on my own for the first few years, and just like being around family, just because like it's just gonna be nice to have people like around that you know. Yeah, very up in the air with like a dream location. I don't think I have one right now, but that's because I need to travel more. And that's what I want to do. I really want to start traveling more. Moving into it, how is the apartment you recently checked out? Any updates? Yeah, I kind of left you guys on a cliffhanger because I just wanted to like throw it out there that we were looking, just to like get it off my chest, because I was itching to tell you guys. And I actually have this video I want to show you, but before I do, I just want to let you know this is not the apartment. It may or may not be, but we are still lurking. We're still looking. I feel like every time we find a spot where we're like, damn, we really love this, we find something else, we tour that, and we're just really in our touring era right now, literally looking at every single opportunity and area and option that we have. And I was gonna make that its own video, like house hunting, well, apartment touring, apartment hunting in Pennsylvania, but it's such a new process for me that it's one of those things that like I want to keep to just me and Cody, and just like have our opinions be our own, because it's our first ever like decision we've ever made together, which actually kind of sounds crazy. Like that actually makes me feel so old in a good way. Like it makes me feel like a big adult. And recently Cody and I, like, nothing even happened. Like we didn't sign any leases, nothing. There's still so many options that we are kind of going back and forth with, but we just feel like we know the next chapter is coming, and it's this awkward, not awkward stage, but it's one of the most crucial stages right now. Like we obviously don't live together, but we know we're, of course, when I was like really deep into my freaking sentence, my camera wanted to tell me I had no storage. So rude. What was I saying? Oh yeah, it's even harder now because like when he drops me off, like we know the future is going to be so nice, because like we'll be able to be with each other and just like be doing not what we girl, we just know like what the future holds, being able to like have a lazy Sunday with him doing his own thing, me doing my own thing, but like in the same space. Like that's what I crave. Like just being able to like do my laundry and like look over and like see him. Like he just brings me so much comfort. And it's just been so much harder because like it's not that we're rushing. Well, I'm guilty. I'm a little impatient. Like I'm getting really impatient because like I don't even care at this point if we live in like a tiny shoebox. Like I just want to be with him. But like he definitely is the mature one that like looks into everything. Like I am not gonna lie and sit here and be like, I'm being mature about it, I'm reading everything. Like I don't care. Take my money and let me move out. Like I'm so glad and thankful for him, because he's definitely like really stepping it up in that category, even though I'm not shocked. Like that's just his personality, and like he's like the yin to my yang, oh my god. But like it's just so much harder now knowing like we are looking, and like it could be any day now that we just find the perfect place. And yeah, I'm getting so freaking impatient, but I know the wait will be worth it. And oh yeah, wait, hold on, pause, watch this video of this closet that I toured. This closet is freaking huge. Yeah, isn't that insane? And that's just like one of the biggest, well, that's just one of like the nice closets that we visited. Oh my god, it's been so exciting. Like I've never obviously toured apartments before, so being able to like envision where you would hang this and that, and just like your closet, your vanity, like having my own bathroom. And actually no, let me backtrack, because I don't even need any of that bougie shit. I just want my own fridge. Like how hard is it to keep your hands off of shit? That was an at to my brother, but like, you know what I mean? I just want my own things. I'm beyond excited for this chapter with Cody, and it's just been making us even stronger. Like we've been together for 9 years. It's 9 years, right? A long time. And we've always known, well, within like the past years, I feel like ever since he graduated college, we knew like there's no if, when, or buts. There's no if or buts. It's just like a matter of when everything, you know, falls into place and stuff like that. And it's just been so nice. Like nobody really talks about that moment where like you and your boyfriend or partner, whoever you're with, are just on the same page. There's no rushing your relationship. You know what you want. You know, like there's no option of breaking up, or you know, like no matter what life throws at you, you know, like that is your person, and your relationship is just so strong. I actually, hold on, can I share you something? I wrote this down in my notes yesterday because I was a little bit, I gardened, okay, and I had a moment. Well, this has nothing to do, not really what I just said, but I wrote down, even though men are physically stronger doesn't mean a woman can't stand on her own. Like I've always said, the best couples are individually strong and independent alone. And when you come together, it's a battlefield nobody can stomp on. Yeah, I get a little, you know, poetic at night when I garden. But like that's how I truly feel with Cody. Like we are just in such a good spot. Like I've never been happier, never been more secure. And although I obviously have so many career goals and things that I want to accomplish, but I feel like my biggest achievement is our relationship. Like I'm just so proud of us, and like we've worked so hard to like get into a very like positive, uplifting, encouraging, safe, comforting, lovable relationship. Like I'm not saying we're perfect at all, but we are pretty damn close to it. Like we have everything on lockdown, and just we are so open and honest with each other that like there's no question. Like obviously I want to move in with him and stuff like that, and that in itself just makes me realize like the wait will be worth it. Like rushing into something isn't going to solve that problem of like wanting to be around him 24/7, even though it could help, but like, you know what I'm trying to say? So anyways, I just went on a big ass tangent, but yeah, it's going really good, the apartment hunting. And if you guys have any tips and tricks, let me know. I don't even know what kind of tips and tricks I'm asking for, but just think about when you first moved out. Let me know your advice, okay? Who are your favorite creators right now? Oh my god. Okay, you know who my favorite creator is, like, of all time? The one that actually got me into vlogging so candidly, Julia Havens. She is the creator that inspires everything I do, pretty much. Even though she's not really, I mean, she does makeup, but she's not like huge into the beauty stuff. I mean, I don't want to like offend her, not that she's watching my shit. I mean, I feel like we low-key would be besties, even though she's a little bit older than me. She has a kid and everything. She's wifed up and shit, but she's more so like into the fashion, the home decor, the styling, just everything. She styles everything so well, and lifestyle and advice, and just like, you can tell she is a genuine person and so authentic and organic to herself, and it inspires me to show up as me. Like, I am my niche just as Julia is hers, and I just love her and adore her so much. Her little family, her son Smokey is like the cutest little boy ever. Her and her husband Hunter, they're just so cute and authentic and real. Like, they include like them arguing and stuff like that, and it's just so real, and I love her content on YouTube, TikTok, Instagram. It's all just very her, and I love that. So she is definitely one of the creators and just content in general that I highly recommend everybody watching, because she's just a fresh of breath air, you know? Like, I love her, and I hope that's how you guys feel watching me. She's amazing. I absolutely love her. Advice on finding a place to meet guys who are actually smart and kind. Tinder is a no. Yeah, you're kind of asking the wrong girl. I've been cuffed up since 2014. Hypothetically speaking, if I were to be single right now, I would honestly go to the bookstore. I would go to like a library and just like be that mystery girl reading a book and look for like the hottest guy. But like, I would definitely go to the places that I heavily enjoy, because obviously right off the bat you have something in common, you know? Actually, I think that's really good dating advice. That's really good dating advice. But going to the areas and the places that you heavily love, even if it's like going to your favorite bar alone. Like, I don't know about you, but interest and like, it's not even like your certain hobbies have to be in common, but just your interest, your likes, your wants definitely have to be a little bit similar. So like going, I don't know if you're into reading or not, but going to a library, like I would love to go to a library or meet, yeah, no, I'd rather meet somebody at a library than a bar. But still, like, you could go to your favorite bar, your favorite restaurants alone, dog parks. I don't know. Honestly, this is a good question. I don't know. That's just kind of what I would say, like going to your favorite spots and just seeing who's there, you know? But I get it. Tinder, I've never been on it. I've never been on a single dating app, and I'm low-key like this sounds so up, but I low-key just want to make like a fake profile so like I can be on the app and like see the tea and then delete it. Like, I would not like try catfishing somebody, but I just want to like see the tea, you know? How much money do you make on YouTube? Oh, this is a good question. Honestly, not much, like at all. I would never be able to go full-time with YouTube. Let's see, I'm trying to go into my YouTube Studio app to see. I do not make much, so let me just let you know that. You have to make at least $100 by the end of the month to get a payout. And I will say, seeing the receipts like of how much I've gotten paid within the past 4 months, I get paid like every other month. So like, it takes me literally like 2 months to accumulate $100, and then I'll get the payout from it. But so far, like for example, August 21st, 2023, you also get paid the 21st of every month if you make the $100. For August, I made $158.95. November, I made $166.37. And then in January, this was like the highest I've ever gotten paid off of YouTube. $211.32, because I did Vlogmas, but still, even then, like, my videos don't do the best, which, you know what, I have been feeling like I'm underrated. Yeah, anyways, long story short, I don't make much off of YouTube, like, at all, and I just want you guys to know I simply post on here out of my pure enjoyment, and because I love bonding with you. I love making my vlogs, and I feel like YouTube, of course, is just a different platform from everything else, even though it does have the shorts where like you can post short form content, but there's nothing like long form content to me. Like, I want to see every little detail of everyone's day, and you just can't get that anywhere else. So YouTube is just, I feel like YouTube is a good spot to have. I mean, obviously it does take a lot of time to build, but if you're posting on TikTok and on Instagram, like, have a YouTube channel. Like, that's where I feel like a lot of people go to find more things about you. Like, if you have a person that follows you on TikTok but like really wants to get to know you, like having that YouTube channel to back up like your personality and just like your day-to-day life and stuff like that, I feel like it goes a long way, because I know so many people on TikTok that have no idea what my name is. So it's nice that they can come here and like really figure out like who I am and just learn more about me. So yeah, YouTube just will never go away for me. I really wish it would pop off. Like on my vision board, I have like the 100K plaque. Like I want one so bad. I'm not even gonna lie. I feel like I've always been like embarrassed to talk about how bad I want to grow, because I don't want to come off as like, well, one, I don't want to come off as ungrateful, because even if I had one follower, that's still one follower person that watches my stuff. Like it doesn't matter about the numbers, but at the end of the day, it is the only validation sometimes to see like, actually I don't even know how to put that into words, but low-key it is like it's a form of validation to know like you are growing, you know, like I don't know, you know. Do you think that if a guy initiates the date, he should pay, or 50-50? He should pay. There's no discussing. You should pay. Whoever initiates the date, even, yeah, no, I think that's where it gets fair. Whoever initiates the date has to pay. Unless, obviously, you're, like, dating and you say to your boyfriend or your girlfriend, hey, like, we should go here, and then they offer, like, okay, like, when it comes to paying, they offer to pay. That's fine. But if you're gonna initiate a date, if you're gonna initiate a date as the man, you're paying. Sorry, I'm bringing my wallet. My wallet is lost. What thriller or psychology, I cannot say that. Oh my god, I'm dumb. Thriller or psychological books have you read that you liked? One book comes to mind. It's called The Perfect Marriage. Oh, it was one of those books where I randomly like downloaded on Kindle Unlimited, because Kindle Unlimited has a lot of amazing books. But it also was just not, like, if I were to read the back cover or like description of the book, I would have probably never picked it up. So I just went into it full force, not knowing what the book was about. It's called The Perfect Marriage. It looks like this. And I started reading it, and right off the bat, I was like, damn. It is one of those thriller romance, kind of a little spicy, but you just have no idea what is gonna happen, and it keeps you on your freaking toes. It's a very short read. One of the only thriller books, honestly, that I've ever read, but after that one, I'd be down to read more, but ACOTAR is taking up a lot of my time right now. What editing app do you use for your YouTube shorts? Well, honestly, when it comes to YouTube shorts, I just kind of repost everything that I've already posted on TikTok and Instagram. I'm not gonna lie, it's easier, okay? I use CapCut though. Or recently I have been editing and filming in the actual TikTok app, just so it can be easier on me and I can bang out more in like live videos as much as I can, like in real time videos, like getting ready, editing it, posting it. Because before, I was filming and editing outside of the TikTok app. It was taking me a long time, and although so many people were like complimenting how good my editing skills were, like I feel like I was just wasting so much time on like perfecting this curated get ready with me and video, and it wasn't getting the recognition that I needed. And honestly, I'm in the mindset of just like pushing out content and growing an audience, so that when I do go back to like those other videos on how I like, when I go back to all the like editorial videos, it actually has an audience that will view them. Like I just want to grow my audience right now on a connection base, you know, like letting them know like I'm the beauty girl, I'm the fashion, well, not really fashion girl, but I'm trying, like beauty, makeup, skin, everything. Like I just want them to get to know like my content and what I love, and then like go back to that originality of like editing outside of TikTok. But yeah, I actually had a really good conversation with Ashley when we were in New York together, and I was just telling her how long it took me to edit TikToks, and at the time I was only posting like once a day, and I'm trying honestly to start posting like 2 to 3 times a day. So I am filming again and editing in the TikTok app, and then I'll save it and then post it wherever else. But yeah, it definitely feels a little less organic, but I'm trying to get even more creative with like my hooks and like what I'm showing, being a little bit more visual and just like switching it up, because obviously even though I was really spending time on the editing and making my videos look so good, I wasn't growing from them. So like it's time to switch it up. Time to, you know, edit, curate something else. And that's what I think is honestly the best mindset to have. Like knowing if something's not working, being able to like switch it up and try something new, because what's it gonna hurt? You're not growing anyway, so might as well try something new. And that's what I'm doing. Okay, how to avoid workplace toxicity. Why do I feel like I'm pronouncing everything wrong? You know what you do? You stay silent, and then you come home, you either write in your journal or you have some person that you can talk to, rant to, and just go off on. Well, not off on them, but like go off as like, you know, spill everything that you need to get off your chest, because I know it is so hard when you're in a toxic work environment that you want to find somebody that you work with to share that toxicity with. And sometimes you can get really lucky and find somebody that actually understands and not is going to like tattle and let everybody else know like your vibe, like what you're thinking, you're feeling, and like potentially adding more drama to the toxicness. So I definitely recommend just staying silent. Don't talk to anybody about what's going on in your work environment, unless it's like HR, obviously, or like your manager or something like that, where it like comes down to like you have to say something in order for something to stop. But like if it's just petty drama, do yourself a favor, don't involve yourself into it. Like being the bigger person and just like not paying attention, not adding to the fuel, and being able to like talk to somebody else outside of it, it will save your life. I'm telling you, it will save your life. With you living at your parents', how are you and your boyfriend intimate, if you know what I mean? It's definitely hard. It's definitely hard, but we do it anyway. I mean, it sucks because we have to be like super quiet and it's not as fun. But you know what, at the end of the day, if we want to do it, we're gonna just do it. Okay, obviously we lock the door, we try being quiet, but we just get the deed done, because sometimes it just has to be done. Yeah. There's also one thing I'm looking forward to, moving the f out, like being able to do it wherever we want to, not caring how loud we are, you know? So yeah. Thoughts on Tinder? I'm against it and rather meet in person. I mean, I feel like it's not a bad place to start. Like if you've been single for a long time and you just want to like go on dates and learn like the dating scene, I feel like Tinder or Bumble, whatever the hell people use, I don't even know, I feel like it's not bad. I mean, obviously I've never done it, so I don't have like a full opinion on it. Like I've never got catfished or anything. That's probably my biggest fear is to be catfished. Like, come on, who the f would want to go through that? Yeah, I agree, totally agree. I'd rather meet somebody in person, but I definitely think Tinder is like a good place to learn. How to know if a guy is interested in you. I hate to say it, but you'll know. They won't play games. They'll let you know. They'll communicate the feelings, because there's nothing worse than like thinking somebody has a thing for you, they like you, but then they don't say it. Like, if anything, that should be a red flag. Red flag. Like if you're talking to somebody and they don't even tell you like, hey, I'm kind of feeling you, you know, like I think we got a vibe going on. Like if they're not willing to say that, like goodbye. Don't waste your time. Don't waste your time, honey. Do you own a vibrator? Wow, I read that so nonchalantly. I did not think that was gonna be the next one. Actually I do, and I'm not gonna lie. I mean, listen, this is an open space for everybody. I actually recently just got into them. Well, not recently, but like I keep getting my timeline so f***ed up. Like I've been off of birth control for so long, but I keep saying like when I got off of birth control as if it was yesterday. But like I want to say 2 years ago when I got off birth control, I was just kind of like, you know, feeling out my hormones and stuff like that. Like my libido has been up and down, sideways, vertical, upside down, like backwards. It's been bad, like all over the place. And I kind of just was like, you know what? If I am not going to be willing to like, if my sex drive isn't crazy like with somebody else, let me at least find something that like works within myself or something like that, or at least like, again, like an educational period. Let's figure it out. Let's learn some things. So of course I watched Call Her Daddy. I listened to that shit. Well, I love that podcast. It's such a good one. But yeah, I did a lot of experimental shit. We're just getting personal. Okay, it's okay. Like, this is what gets me. I don't understand why we can't talk about sex, and even though I don't like the word, but it's a normal thing. You know, like we all do it. We're human. And I've just gotten to a place where I'm very comfortable and open to talk about this. I mean, obviously I'm not gonna sit down my mother and be like, yeah, I bought a toy yesterday. Hold on, are they? Sometimes I get nervous that like somebody walked into the house and they're like chilling downstairs on the couch. Like how awkward would that have been? But yeah, like I'm, you know, getting to a point where I'm comfortable with it. Obviously Cody knows, like it's okay. I've been talking to the camera for 30 minutes. That's the longest I've ever recorded. That's crazy. I'm gonna try my best to not edit anything out so you guys can prop this up just like a podcast. Listen to it in your car. Obviously don't watch if you're driving, but like this is gonna be like a full-blown podcast. Oh, how to handle overthinking, specifically that you're behind in life. Oh my god, I struggle with this a lot. I actually, every time I find myself overthinking, I love doing this thing. Well, even just for anything, I love quotes and I love being motivated and like inspired. So I like going on Pinterest, looking up like you are exactly where you're supposed to be sort of quotes, reading these like little poetry things about like everything that's meant to be in your life will not pass by you, you know, like even though so many people are on this journey, that journey, like you are literally exactly where you're supposed to be. And that is my favorite quote. I'm literally looking at it hanging up in my room. I have like a little wooden thing. No matter what career path you're in and what you're doing, where you are, how old you are, it's always going to be a thought. Like it's always going to be something us humans kind of deal with, just because you see so many things going on, so many people accomplishing things. Like it's just so important not to allow other people to take away from your own personal successes, what you are personally accomplishing. And I feel like that has taken me so long to figure out. I don't know what it is with 2024, but I feel like I've not only been so self-aware, but just so good at like understanding like my time will come with whatever that means. Like I don't know what the future holds and I'm okay with that. Like I am so okay with not knowing my next move after I made one, like, and that's okay. And I feel like it's just very important to understand that everything will all unfold for you, and the overthinking of course is going to come, the anxiety, the overwhelmingness of like feeling you're so lost and behind, because again there's so many different things that we see on the internet, and I think that's honestly what makes us think that way a lot of the times, because there's 20-year-olds that are running their own business, they're CEOs, they're millionaires, and it's just, I don't know, sometimes it's hard to grasp around their life, and then it's like, well damn. And sometimes even watching a TV show, like the other day I was watching One Tree Hill again with Cody's sister, and we were just laughing about like how Haley went off and left Nathan to go pursue her music career. Like it's just so many things are unrealistic, and I'm not saying your goals and your dreams have to be realistic, because you know me, I'm the first one to say shoot for the fucking stars, girl. Like literally I feel so crazy, but like there's nothing that is impossible. If you want it, you got it. You just got to work for it. And I just think it's so important to not let other people's success ruin your own. Be proud of yourself. Be proud of other people's wins. And when you put a new mindset cap on and just think of the happy shit, the good shit that you're doing, nobody's going to stop you. And being happy and honestly just having a positive outlook on everything going on, that is what draws more success in, more opportunities, you know. And I actually learned that from Remy Cruz. She was saying the way she manifests things is just being happy all the time, and that's what I'm really trying to do in 2024, because obviously there's so many things that I don't know yet, so many things that I'm still learning, a lot of shit that I'm still growing with, you know, so much unknown. It doesn't matter how old you are. You could be 45 and you're still gonna feel like you're left behind. It's okay. Take a pause, okay? It's okay. All right, this is a 3-parter, which I'm so excited to dive into. We might end on this note, okay? Advice please, part 1. I don't know why I got so dramatic, but I've been with my boyfriend for nearly 10 years, and I don't dream of our wedding or, this is part 2, our future like I once did. IDK if I've outgrown him or if I try to fix and rekindle us. I feel lost. He never does anything for me, and I feel like we're roommates, not boyfriend and girlfriend. Let's dissect this. Okay, First part, I've been with my boyfriend for nearly 10 years and I don't dream of our wedding or our future like I once did. Whew. Honestly, I'd hate to sit here and be like, oh my God, I've always romanticized the fact that Cody and I were going to get married. We've been together for almost 10 years. I get it. Being in a long relationship like that, you can go through those periods where you're like, damn, is this what I want? Does this feel good? Like, are we on the right page? And you know what I'm gonna say? Honesty. You gotta hit them with like, hey, like something's off. Something is feeling different. We've been together for so long, so I feel safe enough to let you know, like, something is just, we gotta talk, you know? Like, let's just communicate our feelings and let me know how you feel, how I feel, and then we can move forward. But right now it's feeling a little rocky and we've already been together for so long. Like, do we waste more time? Does this time that we've spent together matter, or are we gonna be adults and figure this shit out? Communication is always going to be your #1 problem solver when it comes to any relationship shit. If you're not dreaming of that wedding or a future, you clearly already have one foot out the door. That doesn't mean like you're giving up. That does not mean you're giving up. You're just, your mind could be elsewhere. Your mind could be elsewhere. And listen, that happened to me. And I honestly, I feel like, well, when I was on birth control, and that's kind of what I've been thinking about when I was reading your question. I literally just think about like when I was getting off of birth control, was going through my shit on birth control and just like feeling like a zombie and just up and down with all my hormones and emotions. Cody and I were just going back and forth, and also my libido was so low that Cody and I didn't even kiss for so many months. But that's when I was also feeling like my foot was one way out the door, and so I had to talk to him. Like, I literally had to be so brutally honest, and sometimes that means saying things that you know they don't want to hear, but like, just because you say that in the moment doesn't mean it's 100% true, you know? It could all just be hypothetical. It could all just be like a feeling. Just because you're feeling something doesn't mean that's a fact and that's how you actually go about with that person. I don't even know if that makes sense, but does that make sense? Obviously, you got to talk about that. Like, 1000% be honest and brutal. Like, don't sugarcoat shit. Like, why don't you feel that, you know, future with him? Why aren't you dreaming of the wedding, you know? Next part, IDK if I've outgrown him or if I try to fix and rekindle us. Again, why do you think, damn, I feel like a therapist right now. Like, are you feeling you've outgrown him in a sense? Like, are you low-key feeling like you want to like just step out and like talk to somebody else or like mingle around? Because that's okay too. Like, I feel like if you're ever feeling like you've outgrown somebody, there's something in your brain that's telling you like you're interested in something else, you know? Like, you want to get a little taste of something. Like, that is okay. We're human. I don't know. I feel like when you get bored of something, that just means like it's an indicator, like your brain telling you like, okay, let's switch things up. Maybe, yeah. Like, you're literally stuck with two difficult things. Like, are you outgrowing him and you just want to like, you know, try something new? Or I feel like it actually comes down to like, how much do you love this person? And going back to the first part, like, if you're not even dreaming of a future with him, maybe you don't love him as much to even try and waste that energy into fixing something when you can just use that energy to like move on and past the relationship. Because let's be honest, even if you don't even love him anymore, you still have to get over 10 years of being with somebody, you know, that connection, that trust, that relationship. Hopefully the sex was good. Like, you got to get over all of that, you know? Like, so it's not going to be an easy move on situation. You can't just get over somebody like that. I mean, maybe you can, good for you, girl, but you know what I mean? So like, that is a lot of energy to put into fixing something that if you're not even feeling like it can be rekindled, or you're not even dreaming of that future, I feel like you can't even figure out that part of like the rekindle or fix it. I mean, rekindle or move on without talking to him first and figuring out like where your headspace is at. Like, how much do you guys care about each other? Like, if it's worth saving, you know? Like, you got to figure out if it's worth saving first. Part 3, he never does anything for me and I feel like we're roommates, not boyfriend and girlfriend. Nar. Okay, I'm sorry I keep like using Cody and I as an example, but like, I don't need Cody to do absolutely anything for me, but it's the little things that make me feel that he cares. Like literally today I told him that I have a headache and I'm just not feeling good, and he simply was like, okay, I can drop off Advil. I have Advil at my house, but he still just wants to go out of his way to give me Advil. So, you know, like he was the one that like helped me, you know, like it's the little fucking things. And if you're saying he's not doing anything, I can only imagine, like, is he even saying goodnight, I love you? Genuinely the little fucking things, even just filling up my water bottle, you know? So if he's not doing anything, first of all, be like, again, I feel like you broke this down pretty damn good, but again, I feel like the third part really has to come back to that first part where you're like, is this worth it? Like, obviously you're not doing anything for me, so what are you thinking? Like, you know? And the fact that, like, obviously I can't relate to I feel like we're roommates, because obviously Cody and I have never lived together, but I feel like that's such a, like, that's a common thing where like you move in with your partner, and that's one thing I'm really scared of. Again, I feel like that all comes down to, like, even though you're living together and you guys are alone, or maybe you have roommates, I'm not sure, but like having that time where it literally is just you two and you're actually doing like an activity together. But all of this, everything you said, comes back down to that fucking brutal conversation of like, is it worth it or not? Like, that's what it comes down to. And I'm so sorry that you're going through this, because this is such a sticky situation, because there could be so many different outcomes, but at the same time, you gotta really focus on like what you want, because you're a strong ass woman. You are doing so fucking good. You don't need somebody to tear you down, because like there's so many things you could be working on and focusing your energy towards, rather than like focusing on a relationship that you don't even know if it's worth it or not. You know, maybe before you talk to him, let's write down like a pros and a cons list of like what you truly feel, what you want, or maybe what you like about the relationship, or what you're missing from the relationship. Write down a whole bunch of shit, and maybe honestly use that as your notes to bring to him, and just like really just be brutally honest. I really hope that helps. But DM me, girl. We can talk more. We can talk more. I just went back and forth deciding whether or not I wanted to include my ACOTAR update in this or wait. And don't hate me, but I really want to wait until I'm completely done with the series, because I've been putting down so many damn notes, and I know this video is already gonna be so freaking long, so I kind of just want to end it here and make like a full-blown ACOTAR series video. And so obviously like the people that have read it can enjoy that without like having to stop this video, you know what I mean? So I think that's what I'm going to do, because I have literally written down, my sister actually just came into the house and we were talking about it. I wrote down, I don't know if you can even see, I have so many notes that I want to share with you guys, but I'm gonna keep writing down notes while I'm reading the series, because I'm maybe, I don't know, I think I have like 20 more chapters of the third book, and then I have 2 more books to read, and then we are going to deep dive into it. And I mean, girl, come on. We always DM about this book, and I post little updates on my story, and I really want to do like a full deep dive into the book. So that's what I'm gonna do. I know I don't have to validate it for you, but I feel bad because I kept like replying to people when they were questioning if I was gonna talk about it in this video, and I was like, yeah, and I didn't realize I was gonna talk for this long. With that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, catching up. And if this was the first video that you've seen from me, yes, I am a hot mess, and it's a raw, real story over here. So make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the next girls chat. And if there's another name that we can think of to call this something, let me know, because this is like, again, my version of a little podcast, getting to know each other and just deep diving into our lives, you know, everything that's going on. We can get deeper, we can get a little bit more romanticized, you know. There's no rules to it. No rules over here, no judgment. It's a safe zone over here. So definitely make sure you're following me on Instagram so you can put in a little question or updates in my little question bar. In my little question box. I've been talking for so long now that it's like, okay, shut the fuck up. I'm annoyed of hearing my voice talk. I love you so much. I'll see you all in my next video, which will probably be a vlog of some sorts. We're getting back into the vlogs. I didn't mean to take a 2-week break at all. It just kind of happened, and I missed you, but we're back, bitches. Okay, I love you so much. I'll see you all in my next video. Bye.
Yeah, I know I look good, yeah, I look fly,